Today on the Barry Charles Footy Show, what a rep tickler we got for you. Yes, the North Sydney Bears, the Perth Bears, Meninga will be their inaugural coach. Well done for Western Australia. But what about Queensland? Yes, Queensland. They could do with Meninga right now. What are they doing? All the talk is Billy Slater is going to put Dearden at 7. There's going to be some big changes in the forward pack. Harry Grant to the bench. It's all happening. It's all in Perth. Boom, boom. Big changes are happening. It's Reece Walsh back in the team. Also, Sal and Cobbo could be on the move effective immediately. Talks that he could be out the door, but his asking price might be the question mark there. Jurbo and Turbo, what's happening with their Manly contracts? And of course, there's been some breaking news with Pearce Paul to the Tigers and Curtis Moran to the Titans. Do they need any more props? They got so many props. Anyway, we're going to find out right here, right now, on your favourite channel, Barry Charles Footy Show. Yes, welcome back, guys and gals. Origin selection is heating up. Yes, it's heating up big time, and Dearden looks like he's won the match to take over from DCE. And DCE has played this last game. That's the rumours out there, and I'm hearing, and I'm believing that is to be the truth. Also, don't be surprised if Ben Hunt is selected. I don't know if they're going to do it, but there's talking about it, put him in the 20-man squad, and if he doesn't make it fit, they won't select him, but they want to give him every opportunity. I think there's a conversation happening right at the moment whether Ben Hunt is going to be ready or not, but probably considering the injury, I'm expecting it won't happen, but there is a potential for it. In terms of what they need to do, Grant's going to be number 14. That's what I've heard. Harry Grant will play 14. And Walsh Mahoney looks like he will get his shot at Queensland. That's what I'm talking about. There's upsy chance I win Paddy. But you've got to go experience. They ideally want Ben Hunt. But yeah, it's going to be a question mark over that if they do decide to bring Ben Hunt in. With no game time, like Harry Grant, I don't think they'll go their way, and Walsh Mahoney is really pushing like he will be in the squad. In terms of Ponga, do they drop Ponga? Yeah, I don't know. Flip of the coin. He played a bit better last night. I personally would go with Reece Walsh, but and saying now one game again into Origin's not the greatest thing, so that's a flip of the coin there of what's going to happen with that selection. But the forward pack, what are they going to do? They got to find some grunt. Absolutely. Tino's going to be one. Lindsay Collins going to be on the bench. Those two, bang. Or you could argue you could put Lindsay Collins to start if you want. But then look for some impact off the bench, which could be a Corey Horsburgh, a Jai Arrow, and maybe even Josh Papali'i and Felice Kafusi. Some other young bucks out there, can they go that way? They need to do something. I don't know what selection. Can they pick Fafita out of left field who hasn't played a game either? I don't think that's happening either. Yeah, they'll make some changes, no doubt about it. But the biggest one is DCE. There's Goldenbergers from what I'm reading, and that's what I'm expecting. And Mo Fotuaika might drop right out of the team altogether. We will see. In terms of New South Wales, there's two selection headaches at the moment. Mitchy Barnett's a guarantee. Who goes into it? I'm hearing jurbo's a chance. Whether they'll risk him with the concussions, that'll be the question mark. But then if it's not, if they decide to walk away from jurbo, then obviously Stefano looks the easiest selection. But Keon Kalamatangi is playing great football and deserves a spot. And Terrell May won't get selected, so there's no point even mentioning him. He's not going to be in the team. Be a big call, but yeah, in terms of winning a match, a series win, I think they would like to go for Jurbo, but whether or not they think he's fit enough, that will be the $1 million question. In terms of number 9, so Reece Robson doesn't make it, so this is going to be the question mark. They are going to be picking another hooker in the 20, I believe, from what I'm hearing. They may, and if Reece Robson thinks he's a chance of playing, they'll name him, as well as I'm hearing Wade Egan. Obviously, Api Coruscant is close and has done it before, but the question mark around Api is the in terms of his attack. Sometimes he ruins the attack for Nathan Cleary and that by darting out a dummy half and all that. So I think there's question marks on picking them, and Wade Egan would be a similar selection to thing. And there's obviously other Brayleys out there if they want to go looking for different hooker. Does it easy. So there are some selection things. Let's get to Selwyn Cobbo. Here's Selwyn Cobbo out the back door. See you later. Bye-bye. We don't want you anymore. This is the clean-out start. Madge Maguire needs to do it. If Selwyn Cobbo is one of those players that is not towing the line like he was with Kevin Walters, out the door. See you later, mate. He's got to do it. There's obviously a rift between him and Billy Slater as well. There's just all the stuff going on. Could Billy Slater somehow pick Selwyn Cobbo if he doesn't play this week? It's not happening. I mean, I think he should be in the team in my opinion, regardless of everything that's happening, but they're not going to. So that's the way the quick compass. Likely Jesse Arthurs will make his debut if Murray Taulagi is definitely out, which it looks like he is. So some question marks over Queensland, which probably means New South Wales just win. I don't know. They're looking for a Hail Mary, and they'll need a miracle. So in terms of Selwyn Cobbo, Cowboys are interested. Money is the issue, though. Money is the issue. Titans and Dolphins could go for him, as well as my hearing, the Rabbitohs. The Warriors have bulked at his asking price. The Billies have been talked with the Warriors as well. I love to see him with the Warriors, don't get me wrong. If he wants a big experience, I just think the Rabbitohs is the right fit for Wayne Bennett. I just feel it's the right thing for Selwyn Cobbo in his career. They're just turning around like Latrell Mitchell. I think Selwyn Cobbo needs that type of coach, and I think that's where he should go. Will it happen? We will see. It'll be interesting to see, but it's the price mark. There's talks they're looking at 900 to $1 million for Selwyn Cobbo. He ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get a fix. No doubt about it. 700, that's probably where his mark is right now. But he could potentially get 900, $1 million. If so, I think he's going to be fullback. But yeah, maybe the Perth Bears, but that's still about 2 years away. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch what happens here with Selwyn Cobbo. Yes, well, speaking of the worst kept secret of them all, the Perth Bears have got their man Mal Meninga. He's in. I think it's going to be great for off the field, but on the field, credibility is the question mark. He's won around 50% of his NRL games. He was good for Queensland, obviously, but Queensland had an immortal team. So my question mark is whether he can actually coach them to wins. That's going to be a question mark. I'm hearing that Michael Hagan could be involved, Neil Henry. But obviously they need some young bucks in there, like a Matt King or Ben Hornby. Or I think Sam Burgess, but I don't know. Sam Burgess can hold his nerve and be assistant coach again. I think that's what he needs to do, though. I think give him a couple of years as assistant coach and he takes over the Perth Bears, if that's what he wants to do. Maybe he wants the Rabbitohs job or Wayne Bennett goes. Maybe that's what he's waiting for. We will see how all that shakes down as we continue. Jurbo, yes, Jurbo and Turbo. Will they resign? If they want less money, they will. If they're happy with less money, they both will sign. I'm hearing Jurbo's around the 500k and 600k for Turbo. Seems ridiculous for their stature, but that's where I'm thinking it's heading. It's just a shame because this Perth Bears a chance for a swan song. They don't want to play against Manly, but if they were offered big bucks to go there, maybe they'll go there. But yeah, in terms of Turbo, unfortunately, he, in my opinion, is in the top 5 players ever to play the game. At his talent, at his best, he's in the top 5 players. He is a scoreboard winner. Absolutely. When he's at his best, they win games. But unfortunately, he continues to get injured and has just ruined his career altogether. So we will see how that shapes out. On the signing news, Pearce Paul to the West Tigers. Well done, West Tigers. It's good to see them get some talented players into the squad. They could do with a halfback, in my opinion. I think Luai should just go back to 6. I think that experiment at 7 should just be gone. Luai's a 6, 5 to 7. That's where I think that West Tigers should target now. They need to find someone. They've got the Benji player. They've got the 6. They need a 7. They need to find an organiser and just make life easier for Luai. That's what they need to do, in my opinion. But we will see. In terms of Curtis Moran to the Titans. How many props do they need? They got Futuaka Tino, Curtis Moran, Regan Campbell Gillard. He'll be a good signing, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like too many props. But does that mean David Fafita is out the door? These clubs wanting him, but I'm just thinking that money maybe this season's just too much for Fafita, but I'm thinking next season maybe he'll be out the door. But we will find out in the near future. But interesting selection times for Billy Slater, who he goes for. Does he make a backflip and go back to DCE? We will find out on Sunday night, Monday morning. Interesting, going to be good rugby league. Can the Warriors get another victory and push themselves up the ladder? It's going to be an interesting weekend of footy. Have a great day out there.